Hello, my name's Keith and welcome to my workshop again. Today we're going to be turning this egg box and this paper plate, maybe not these ones in particular, into a crab using toilet rolls and milk bottle tops. Everything that you can find in your house. And to do this you'll need to come down onto the work table again to see how it's made. Right, our plan to make the crab requires some very simple elements. We've got a plan here, so we'll have the body made of an egg box. We can make the legs out of 2 toilet rolls, and we can make 2 claws out of 3 toilet rolls. The shell can be made out of a paper plate. We can use 2 bottle tops for the eyes and 2 lollipop sticks for the eye stalks. Right, this is the work area where we're going to make our crab. I've got some pegs on the side here to help hold it together, it's been glued. Scissors for cutting, different types of glue, we can use any of those throughout the whole project. Wood glue, Pritt sticks and some strong Yuha glue, and then we've got some tape if needed and paper clips to hold things together. The main thing is the body. I'm going to start off with the egg box. This is useful for making just your basic body because you've immediately got some little legs. You can make them longer by putting them on toilet rolls. Okay. So we're going to use that as the main body, and then we're going to make some legs to go on the side of the body. And to do that, obviously for a crab that's far too long for legs because crabs sit quite squat. So we're going to cut, the first step is to cut these in half. Now to do that, I'm going to hold it like that, but you need to be careful where your finger is because you don't want to be cutting into your finger. And the first step is to first of all snip it a little bit like that. And then once you've done that, you can cut around. There we go. So we've got 2 legs. And that's going to fit on the side there. So that's the side of the crab. But we've only got 2 legs. Crabs have 4 legs on each side. So we need to make that look like they're 4 pointy legs. And to do that, I'm going to cut out a V. It's going to run, again, make sure your fingers are clear of the scissors. V like that. No more than halfway. And turn it over so that the V's on the bottom, and cut the same out on the other side. There we go. You can see there we've suddenly got some claw-like side feet. So again, the same on this side. This could be done by an adult. Make sure your fingers are clear before you cut. Again, see those in there. Do the same with this one. Halfway long, careful where your finger is. I'm just using it because it needs a little bit of support in there, and that's gone in, pushed into there. So again, cutting around it. If you like, you can mark it with a pencil. Again, when you put your finger in, make sure you don't put it too close to the blades. Again, opposite. Fingers clear. That's one side. the legs. Okay, I'm not going to stick those on yet because we may want to paint them, and it might be easier to paint them separately. Because these are all modular parts, you can see there's all of these could actually be, if there's a team of two of you, one person could be cutting, the other person could be painting. The next part is the shell. Crabs aren't round, so the shell is a little bit too big as well. So what we're going to do is make it smaller. And to do that, I've got an ordinary ruler, or any kind of straight edge. This is quite a handy size, because you can do two parallel lines. There. Cut those out. Remember, keep your fingers clear of where you're cutting. Don't rush it, a little bit at a time. Again, fingers clear. There we are. So now we can make more of a crab shape. There. Okay. The next thing is the eye stalks are going to come out through the crab shell at the top. Okay, so there'll be two of those. So we've got a front and a back to go on there. Okay. To make some little slots for the bits to go through, we need some scissors and then a bottle top. So you place a bottle top where you want to make the slot, because it's going to be very sharp. Again, just one little punch, so you've just got a little hole. And what the bottle top does, it stops you squashing the cardboard. So you just make a little slot that way. Do the same again on the other side. Push in a little slot like that. Okay, right, the next thing is the slot is going to be in the egg box as well, because the stalks are going to go into the egg box, so that's like the body. And the egg box should support itself. Again, just a little punch. Now, so I'm doing this through here, so I'm getting it in the same position. So just a little cut, and a little cut there, and there we've got it, that part there. And the next person's job is to glue these two halves together, so we have the side we want. Okay, so I'll flip that over, so you can see that's the size I want, and then I'll flip it over, and that gives the area we want to glue. And I'm going to use a glue stick and just put the glue along the whole of that edge there. It's okay to press down on the paper plate, because you can just flip it out again. I'm just going to temporarily put a couple of pegs on there just to hold it in position. And then while that dries, I'm now going to move on to the claws. And the claws are a very similar technique to the legs. So we've got three here. Obviously there's going to be two claws, and this is for the arms that come out of them. Again, like the legs, the claws are going to have a V cut out of them to the halfway mark. There. Again, over the same part there. There we are. Now you can see there that that's quite rounded. The pincers are probably a bit pointier, so it's okay to do a little bit of adjustment. Get a bit more of a point on it. There we go. A little bit lopsided. Okay, so now we need a little nipper in it. And to do that, I'm going to take the third toilet roll and just cut it straight down the middle. Over the top of it there, halfway again. So I'm lining it up with the cut I've already made down the bottom. You can see the cardboard, the scissors getting trapped. You have to be patient. Make sure your fingers are clear all times. So we've got two halves there. And then the pincer is going to be just a little ring cut off there. And then that will fit in to the gap you've just made, like that. Okay, and then we've got an arm that can fit around the side there. Okay, so again, we can just use glue stick, put glue on each end there. So that will go into that space there. And then the arm go in the side there. Again, a bit of glue stick. You can use tape. Right, so that goes in there, and to help that stick, we can use the pegs there. And adjust it to where the position we want it. So it should be strong enough to set there. And then we do the same on this side for the other one, claw. Fingers clear all the time, up to the halfway mark. There we go. And then the next thing is the claw. Notice I'm lining it up with the width of the tube, so I get roughly the same size I want. And again, a bit of glue here, a bit of glue here. It goes straight in there. There we go. This is now set. So we've got a little overlap. We're making an ellipse. So there we go, around like that. That's good. Okay, the next bit is, I still haven't glued the legs on yet because they might well be painted and it might be easier to paint them beforehand. Right, I'm going to fix this onto the body. So again, the Pritt stick, and you can see the advantage of having the slot going through the box there. So you can just make sure they're the right size. Okay, so now I'm going to line these up with the slot there, and with the slot there, and that's going to help it stay in position, I hope. There we go. So I'm going to leave this to set a little bit before we start painting it. So I'm pushing around the edge where the glue is, and I hope that it will glue properly. You still have a quick release here. Just check the insides of the crab if necessary. And then the next bit, the two eyes here. Now I'm not sure if this glue will stick these types of plastics. This is something called polypropylene. You can tell that because of the code number in it. There's a PP on the little recycling sign. So I'm going to do a bit of a cheat. I'm going to use a little bit of tape. Doesn't need to be very much, and this is a big small bit here. This is Gorilla Tape. Sometimes called duct tape in American movies because that's the company that makes it. Same way that Gorilla Tape here is made by a company called Gorilla. It's a brand name. In the same way that I keep calling the glue stick a Pritt stick because that's a brand name. There we go. So, we've got a leg there, leg there, and a leg there. Okay. Now I think I'm going to glue this all together and paint it afterwards. It's an interesting underbelly. So again, I'm going to use the glue stick around the rim and hope that it sticks. Glue stick might not work so well on this because you're gluing it onto a very thin area. That's why I've been very liberal with my amount of glue. Yeah. And remember to line it up so that the feet are on the edge, so that the V is facing outwards. And again, we need to stick it on into a looping. Now if you have a little stapler, you can staple these all together. Or you could tape them in the same way that I've taped the eyes. It might be a little bit more reliable than glue sticks. So we've got the body there. Now I'm hoping that these will have stuck. So we've got the claw there. And we've got a claw here. So we can fit those onto the side there. Like that. Underneath the shell. So you can play around and decide which position you want them in because you might want an action pose, like going rah, or a passive pose where he's having a rest, or just a neutral one. Right, before we start painting, I'm just going to show you how I've fitted on the claw. I've used some of the gaffer tape, or duct tape, or Gorilla tape. It all comes in different kinds of things. You can get it from most places like Wilko quite cheaply. So I'm just going to put a little section of tape across here and then come down to the body here. I'm going to wrap it and press into the layer. So you can just about see into it. I hope you see the way it's just pressed on. And that should hold it in position, ready for painting. Right then, for painting, I've got a palette. You don't need a palette, a bit of plastic tub lid will be fine. I just happen to have one lying around. I'm going to use the ready mixed paints rather than the tubes of acrylic because don't need to. You can see it's a long time since this one has been used. So I'm just going to squirt a bit of white in. And then again, giving these a shake because they've been stood around for a while. Oh, a bit more flakes of dry paint coming out. There we go. Right, then, a bit of water. I've got two tubs, one for dirty water and one clean. I'm going to mix up some yellow. So we're going to have a yellow shell. because I think crabs are often sort of a yellowy colour. So I'm painting the yellow on here. There we go. Right, next bit I'm going to do is the underside of the claws are often white on crabs. So I'm going to do the underside of the claw white. Now, obviously crabs don't have green eyes, so you don't have to do a yellow crab. You could do any colour you like. You could give it vicious red claws. You could give it a blue shell. Shall I do the insides of the claws red? No, I'm going to do the outsides. It's going to be a nice strong red colour to match the shell. Notice I'm just doing gentle strokes, because I know that if I press too hard on it, it might break. So we can see there how it's only made of some very simple shapes, very few components. So it's 5 toilet rolls, 1 box, 1 plate, a couple of eyes and a couple of used lollipop sticks, and you have a crab, plus the paint obviously.